What's up, George? What's going on in the House of Craze tonight?
In the House of Craze tonight, we have Mr. Duane Moore. He's got a Kickstarter, DM Double Comics Volume 1. And we're going to be talking about a little battle between banners and tabletops. You'll know more about it when we get to it.
Let's get it.
We are the only show for independents all around, giving you a platform to spread your word all over town. Catch the Craze is the place to promote to your fans with the dream of Medina and Sam the Crazy Man. Subscribe to our show and never miss an episode. It's time to get your mans, listen to us on the go. Updated every week, we never miss a day. Join the squad, come on in. It's time to catch the Craze. If you are an independent, catch the Craze. Making moves on your own, catch the Craze. On your grind in the streets, catch the Craze. Join the movement, catch the Craze.
Yeah, George, we did it again. Come on now. You know you want to do it. Catch the Craze. Welcome to Catch the Craze podcast. I'm your host with the most, Sam the Crazy Man Vera, and I am with
George, the Dreamer, Medina. What's happening, everyone? Welcome to another exciting episode of Catch the Craze. We are coming at you from, a location in Texas, a location in New York.
We're coming to you from your backyard.
And it's August 19th. And here we are. We have another guest. Mr. Duane Moore. He'll be talking to us in a few minutes about his creative journey and his Kickstarter that he's got on right now. We have a Get Your Meds segment, some indie news that we're ready for. But before we get into all that, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Hit the link at the bottom that tells you, when we're going to go live. Subscribe, comment, do all those fun things. Make sure that the channel grows. The channel grows. But Sam, what's happening, my brother?
What's happening?
Middle of August. What's going? Oh, you got a convention.
I got a convention tomorrow. Yeah.
Woo, you ready?
I'm let the others call me Eddie, but for you, a special Ed because it's so spaghetti. Dude, yes.
Let me tell you something, bro. I love getting ready for conventions. Like, it is so much fun. Like just getting ready for that convention, getting ready to go out there and do your thing. Like, I'm glad that they're back.
And
they've been back for a while, but I'm glad they're back because it's a good time.
I heard San Diego was getting a bad rap. They're calling them the super spreader. Apparently, a lot of people walked away. Yeah, I was like, yo, you know what? We just had the fan expo. We didn't have none of that, and we had 80,000 people. Stop acting up. So, anyway,
but 80,000 people versus 130 or 140,000. That's a big difference.
I don't know.
That's a big difference.
I don't know, but that is everybody take your meds, bro. Take your meds. But
listen, you're gonna get
it. I got it when I was in Vegas.
Word, that's what I'm saying. You're gonna get it. Like whenever you're amongst all those people, not everybody practices.
Someone's
hygiene. Yo, bro, it's like, dude, what the?
That's what happened to me. I got in the elevator and my nose started itching because it was crowded. And I was like, when my nose itches, someone's sick. And I was like, oh, it's over now. It's over for me. And next year, the shakes, the pains. It was like, what?
That's crazy. It hit you hard, bro.
Yo, it got me.
It hit you hard, dude. That
messed me up.
It's crazy because you don't know how it's going to affect different people. Like some people get it, have no symptoms. Some people get it, and it's like your legs hurt, like everything.
Oh, I felt like I got beat up with baseball bats.
Right.
I was like, damn, I need to do more squats. I got to get more muscles in there. So this thing is trying to eat away at my body. I was like, yo.
It's trying to eat you up. But I mean, other than that, it's good that conventions are back and that we're able to go out there and meet people and, just talking to the fans and selling books. And, it's a great time. It motivates you. You go out there and you come back motivated. So tomorrow, I'm sure you're gonna have a good time. What is it? A 2-day show or a 3-day show?
It's a 2-day show. I'm going to be at the the Arlington Comic Fest, the 20th and 21st. Yes, so it's gonna be there. You know, my wife is gonna be with me. She's my road dog, and the good thing is it's only 25 minutes from the house, which is great.
Oh snap! Really?
Yeah, 30 minutes, like 30-minute drive.
What is it? It's not a convention center. It's like what
Yeah,
is it?
it's a convention center.
It is a
where
convention center.
yeah,
Okay.
it's in um I forgot what it was, but it's a big facility.
Mm,
But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's my first time, you know, every show I'm doing in Texas is gonna be my first time there. So yeah, and
yeah.
then I have another show next week, so which is pretty dope at the Denton
Back
Comic
to back.
Art Exposition.
Yeah, it's back to back. Yeah, it's good.
Back to
And then
back.
when's the second fan expo you're doing?
That one's in October. So then I'm
October.
doing the Fan Festival, which is a 3-day event, is the 14th through 16th in October,
Okay.
downtown
Okay.
Dallas at the convention center. Then I will be meeting up with Mr. Paul Gomez of Bushi Boo at the Cowtown Comic Con on the
Downtown.
22nd and the 23rd. So and I
That's
think two
cool.
of those events I have an 8-foot table, which is even better, more real estate.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
those are good. Yeah, those are good. The is your I guess your tablecloth, is it long enough for the 8?
Yeah. I actually changed my tablecloth. I got a new design. It's fire.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
so I changed the other one because the logo that was the old logo. So I changed a new one with a lot of my new graphics and new images on it, and I changed my banner too. So it's gonna be the first time I'm presenting it there. It's gonna be fire.
Yeah, and we're going to be talking a little bit about presentation just a few minutes from now. But why don't we go into indie news, Sam,
Word.
and let people know what's
Words.
cracking?
What's crack-a-lackin'? I have so many. There's an alien in my toilet launches September 20th on Kickstarter. Have you signed up today? Why not? Why haven't you done so already? You want to sign up. This one's going to be fun. It's called I Chihuahua. This is where he meets Herman, the Chihuahua, who thinks duties are talking jalapeno. Oh, it's a crazy. It's going to be nuts. So not only that, but this campaign, there's a double feature. You have a chance to get 2 books. There's Name of My Toilet issue number 3, and you also can get this book. Boom. Duties Monsters on Planet Cthulhu. This is going to be crazy. It's a one shot for that I've worked on really hard in the back end for this. That's a 3 cover image. So you can either get the single cover or all 3 covers as an add-on when you unlock it from a stretch goal. So but if you sign up to the campaign and you hit me up and you send me your email saying, Sam, I signed up for the launch, I will send you this digital print of Duties Monsters on Planet Cthulhu. I said Monsters on Planet Cthulhu. And
Monster.
I know. And if you sign up, you'll get this digital print. And then if you physically back it, you get a physical copy of whatever on the campaign, you will get this physical print. It's a 7x10 print that'll fit right into your sleeves. And it's pretty dope. So again, all you have to do is send me your email and say, Sam, I signed up, and I'll send it to you right away. But yeah, it's exciting. So this campaign is going to be exciting. The goal is to get to 100 signups before we launch. So let's help spread the word. The kids are loving it. If you have kids and you haven't picked up the first 2 issues, now you can get all 3 issues. So you're going to be able to get 1, 2, and 3 if you've never backed it before. So it's going to be fun, and all issues are going to be available. So it's going to be dope.
Yeah, good. It's a good way to catch up with the campaign. Yeah, no, good stuff. And listen, everybody out there, you're welcome. See, Sammy's giving stuff away. You deserve it. You guys are all deserving of this print. Make sure that you sign up so you can get the print.
Word.
But the only way that Sam will know who to send the print to is
let me know.
you let him know that, yo, Sam, I signed up, bro. Here's my email. Send me that digital. And then if you pledge, similar to what I was doing with the Wonder Duck, if you pledge, then he'll send you the print. And everybody wins, Everybody wins. So yeah, no, good stuff, man. Good stuff. So make sure that you sign up to the page today. The campaign launches in about a month.
Yeah.
So you have a month's worth of time to sign up. As of this recording, there are 10 people already signed up, but hopefully by the time this airs, there'll be, maybe 3 times that amount. So
that'd be dope. And so because I'm launching this, or just before Halloween, there's also a variant cover for issue number 3 with the Here's Duty cover, which is homage to The Shining with Jack Nicholson. So this is also going to be available on the campaign as well. So it's going to be fun. I mean, I'm working really, really, really hard on the stuff, and it's going to be all duty. It's
So,
so
I wanted to ask you about that. What made you do The Shining on a kid's like comic?
because this is the first time Duty's getting into the house. So it's like a surprise, like here's Duty, right? So then I was
So
like,
that's like for the parents. So the parents will get the reference because
yeah. So
kids
the parents
have
are gonna
no
get
idea.
the kids are not gonna get it. The parents are gonna get the Shining reference. So and it's the parents, I need them to buy it for the kids. So you got something for yourself too. So if you're a Jack Nicholson fan, this is a great homage to it. Most people do homage covers to other comic books. I wanted to do one to this film because it's right around Halloween. That's the reason why I came up with Duty's Monsters versus on Planet Cthulhu, because I wanted a Halloween story for Halloween. Um, I already have a Christmas special that I won't be launching until probably 2024. Eh,
24, 23.
24. I'll be launching maybe at the end of I'm launching at the end of the first arc of Disney in My Toilet, which
Oh,
is when he returns and he goes after Santa. So I already
yeah.
have that story. I might launch it next Christmas next year and it's
Well,
like
yeah. I mean,
a Halloween story and add that as a stretch one.
because you're doing how many? You would have done. This is issue 3. You would have done issue 4 sometime next year, and issue
Issue
5
4 in
also.
January. Yeah.
Right. So what do you do? Like three a year usually. You do like
Next year
campaign.
I'm doing 4.
Are you doing 4?
Yeah, because remember the first one I launched was in April. I launched it late, so next year I'm going to start early. So January, February, March, April, May, June, July. Yeah, oh, yeah. So like every 3 months.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, 2023 is gonna be a good year, man. I think we're gonna have a lot of stuff that's gonna be hitting the streets.
yeah.
And just so you guys know, the Adventures of Wonder Duck. You guys should have already gotten. Most of you should have already gotten everything at this point. We were talking about we talked about, and you guys will hear it next week.
Yeah.
The horror stories of media mail being returned to me, and I
That's
had a whole
scary,
bunch of
bro.
packages. Yeah, I had a whole bunch of packages at my house when I got back from vacation because they had been returned to sender because they didn't qualify for media mail because they opened them up and found out they were comics, which
Blame
the
it on
post
Elvis,
office
bro.
which the post office can do. The post office can open up media mail
They're like the soup
to make
Nazi,
sure.
bro.
Isn't that crazy, yo, that they can open up
You know
that
what it is?
Nazi?
Because they're not. You're paying a third party.
Yeah, I
So they're
guess.
probably pissed that you didn't pay through that. Did you pay through the post office? No, you paid a third party. So they're like, wait,
Yeah.
we're delivering this, but we got jacked up. So I wonder, do they get a percentage of that?
I'm thinking they do. I mean, everything is through the postal. I think it's part of their system. Like,
Uh,
it's not. I mean, how can it not be? I
yeah.
can't just go. So I'm not shipping it UPS. I'm not shipping it. I'm not shipping it FedEx. I'm shipping it USPS. That's part of their. You know what I mean? I don't know. But yeah, so a lot of stuff was returned. So if you didn't get it right away, it's because of that. It's because the stuff was sent
I
back.
can see you walking outside. Hey, that's like, was it? I gave a letter to the mailman just the other day, and the very next morning it came right back to me. They wrote up on it, return sender, address unknown. You ever heard that song? No such number, no such zone.
No,
No,
no.
Elvis
So
Presley, return to sender.
no. So I never heard that song. I mean, hey, big shout out to Nino Messerina. He's a big Elvis
Elvis
fan. I'm
fan.
sure he's heard
I
it.
love that.
Sure, he's
Yes.
heard it. He's heard it. But yeah, so that happened with the Adventures of Wonder Duck. But on other Wonder Duck news, issue 7 is being worked on right now. I'm getting ready after I'm done with all my lettering duties. I'm lettering actually duty number 3 right now. I'm also lettering a book called or I lettered, I should say, designated. That is the Mark Torres
Yeah.
book that I guess we had him a couple of days. I don't know when it ends at this point. I think the campaign is still live. Um, so yeah, so I'm lettering that. I'm lettering a book for Sebastian Bonet, his book, and so I'm also lettering my own book, The Adventures of Wonder Duck, issue number 6, or chapter 6, I should say, because what I'm gonna do is I'm releasing chapter or the second graphic novel. I'm releasing a second graphic novel, and that'll be next year. So if you catch me at a show next year, and
Catch me outside.
inside your packages, you should have seen a little golden ticket. If you have a golden ticket, find me at any one of these conventions, and I will give you a copy of the new graphic novel for free. So big shout out to everybody who followed the campaign and pledged to it. Thank you very, very, very much. Very, very much. But yeah, my brother. So yeah, next year's gonna be busy, bro. It's gonna be busy, and I'm hoping to have more stuff,
Muy
more
busy.
stories.
Yeah.
Writing more stories and doing more things. So hopefully by next year we would have reached 1,000 subscribers. We could start, doing more things with the channel. So yeah, it's gonna be a good 2023. I think.
Word.
A
I'm getting
lot of
hit up.
a
I'm
lot
getting
of
hit up.
things.
A lot of things. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think it's time to get our meds. What do you think?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
It's time for your medicine.
Banners versus table display. What do you
Ooh,
say? Hey.
what do you say, bro? So you only have money for one or the other,
No
right?
money, no honey.
What do you do? What do you choose? Do you choose the banner or do you choose the table display? I mean, obviously you need the book, so you
Right.
have to
So
have the book on the table.
explain to me what do you mean by table display?
So table display means the tablecloth, with your logo on it. Table display could be, all the little, just things to hold up the comics, and you have maybe you decide to do cutouts of your QR codes for the table and all this other stuff, making it look nice and fancy. Just stuff to adorn the table and make it look appealing for people to come up to the table. But you don't have money. You only have money for one or the other: the table display or the banner. What do you do? Which one do you choose, Sam?
I choose the
Blue
banner.
pill, red pill?
I choose the banner.
Yeah, I do too.
I choose the banner
I
because you can
gotta
just
agree.
stack up your books flat.
I
You can
agree.
stack them high and then put the books standing against it front so you can see it when you walk by. But the
Yep,
banner is the most important thing. You're competing with everybody else.
that's right. The banner is going to give you exposure. People are going to be able to see you from far away. That banner that's standing up 8 feet tall. When somebody says, where is that booth? Boom, there it is. Your name is on it. Your logo's on it. Everything. I was at a convention just recently at the Terrificon with Jay and DeSantis. I was
Terrific.
at the table, and a kid came up to the table and literally bought books because he loved the banner. He's like, yo, because he has artwork on the banner. He has his name. He's like, yo, dude, that art right there. What is that? Like, are you selling that stuff here? He was like, yeah, this is my book here. He bought a book. I think he bought a commission. Like, he fell in love with the artwork on the banner that it drove the sale on the table. So he
That's
didn't
what
even look
usually
at the
happens.
table.
Yeah,
That
that's what
and
usually happens.
that's exactly why a banner to me is more important than your table display.
That's what
I'm
they
not saying
stole
that the
from
table
my
display
banners
isn't.
at Licensing Expo.
Yeah, right. I'm not saying that the table display isn't important, because it is. But if you can only choose one, um, I would definitely. I agree with you 100%. I will definitely do the what you call it, the banner. Now the table display. Listen, the table display is important too because it makes you look professional. It makes it look like, oh, what's this? What's this going on? You have to be careful with the table display too, is that it's not cluttered and you don't clutter it with stuff
Mhm.
so that it's not appealing anymore. But most shows give you a tablecloth. Most shows do usually.
Yeah.
It'll have your name on the table anyway.
Right.
So
The
like you
reason
said,
why the
you
banner
can
is
stack.
more important over the tablecloth with your logo on it is because people are seeing you from a distance.
Yeah,
They're not gonna see
everything's
the
different.
tablecloth until they come up on you.
Hmm.
So who
Yeah,
cares? I mean, just take a bed sheet and throw it on your damn table. But,
right. Yeah,
I think you wanna be able to advertise yourself because you're gonna be competing with people who are just as aggressive and, who have big banner ads, and if you have nothing behind you, they're wondering, "Are you, like, somebody's helper? What are you doing here?" You know what I mean?
yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, "I'm
Mhm.
just a misfit. Why am I such a nitwit?" So you wanna make sure that you're representing, it's like, "You can't
Yeah.
see what I can
Not,
see."
I remember, like, even when you're telling people you're going to be at the show, if you're advertising it on social media or
Mhm,
whatever, it's easy to say, look out for this banner, and maybe post a picture of your banner. And now people have
mhm.
something to see from far away. Because for anyone who's done a convention, they know these conventions get packed, and there's just a sea
Yeah,
of people. And
yeah.
what you're looking for is landmarks. What you're looking for is, different things that'll drive your eye. And if your banner is the one standing up there, like almost like a beacon, then that's where you go. And it works out. It works out. A lot of the time, people will come up to the table and be like, "Oh, this is nice. What do you do?" Like, it's a conversation starter before you even do anything else. You know, so yeah, make sure you have a banner. Make sure you have a banner even before the whole table thing. I think for me.
Yeah, I think, it's just marketing 101, and, you wanna again, conventions are crowded, um, and, the average person is about, what, 5'8", right? So everyone's looking up. But they're looking up for wayfinders, they're looking up for signs, they're looking up for directionals, and so when they're walking through, if you have a nice presentation, even if it has your name at the top of it, like my new banner says "The Art of Vera," right?
Mm.
So and, so at least they'll say, "Oh, yeah, that's where he is." You wanna be able to people to, be able to find you in the sea of madness because sometimes it's just crazy, and, they need to have directionals. You're like a lighthouse. Your banner is a lighthouse.
Yeah.
It's just sending them a beacon and saying, "Follow, come over here."
Yeah, no, for sure, and that's exactly what it is. And hopefully, if you've done the work correctly, then they'll know where to find you because you've been posting it on your social media networks and all that other stuff to
Yeah.
say, "Hey, come find me over here. I'm at." Because it's crazy because obviously a convention will give you a number, a booth number, and that's just so that they can set up their map or whatever. But nobody ever knows where booth number 304 is.
No.
Yeah, that nobody ever knows. They may look at the program and say, okay, booth 304, and they go asking if they really want to see if they really want to find you. They'll ask people, where's booth whatever, because we've had that.
I mean, look what happened to me at the Fan Expo, right? So on email, I say, "This is your booth," and they give you a floor map, and it shows you where you're gonna be, right? So I go and I look, and there's people in my area, so I go to the concierge or whatever, the information, and say, "Hey, yo, what's my booth?" And there's somebody there. "Oh, we changed everything last minute." Last minute, I never got an update, so now, so if I didn't have my banners, people are never gonna find me because now
No,
people going to that location on the map thinking
yeah,
that's where you're gonna be,
yeah,
just somewhere else in the place. So you don't assume that, you're gonna be in the same spot. Your banner is your advertisement.
yeah, big time. I saw Keith Gleason at the show that I was at, and he moved his table 3 times. One time it was just they had put him in a location where he was selling kids stuff and it just wasn't vibing with stuff around them. So he said, "Can I move it?" They said, "Sure, move it." So he moved somewhere else, and then that location didn't work out. Oh, I can't remember the reason. So he moved it a third time. But he has a banner. So if you're looking for the Mighty Mascots, you would be
He
able to
must have
find.
clout to be able to move 3 times.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he kind of knows the promoter over at Turkey.
Okay.
He was able to do that. But most of us don't.
Oh,
You know what I mean? You are where you are,
yeah.
and that's it. But who knows what booth that's going to be? So that's where your banner comes in. So make sure you get a banner. If you are going to invest in anything if it's your first convention and you have nothing else, get yourself a banner. Don't show up at a convention with nothing.
Yeah, no, that's a no.
That's a waste of money. You show up unless you're an incredible salesman and you have like Berserker on the freaking on your table or whatever. You waste.
Yeah. Unless you're a big name that you don't need any of that stuff, you
Yeah.
just need to show up. People are gonna know,
Yeah.
because you're gonna have your people directing people. So,
Exactly.
when you don't have that clout and that notoriety, you need to do yourself a favor and make sure you at least have an 8-foot banner behind you. And the reason why I say at least minimum 8 feet because usually the standard height is 8 feet. But also when you're sitting down, you're covering the bottom, so you want to make sure that whatever that 4 feet that's above you has a nice graphic and your name's at the top,
Right.
or the name of your book or whatever it is. So,
Whatever it is you're advertising, absolutely. And they're not that expensive. I mean, one of those banners, it'll run you $150 or something like that.
yeah, you can get it now through Comics Wellspring too.
Oh yeah, Comics
I ordered my latest banner from them.
Yeah, yeah.
What's crazy is that it ordered everything from them, and they don't ship you anything until they all ship together.
Oh, well,
So like one doesn't go without the other. So I was like, I got the boxes, the bags, the boards, all that stuff, whatever. Then I decided to get a banner for and change my banner. And I realized I said, oh, they got banners. I didn't know that, so I did it with them. But nothing gets shipped until everything gets shipped, which is crazy.
Yeah, you're keeping them in business, bro. They're gonna have to start sponsoring the show.
Which
What's up,
is
Comics
why
Wellspring?
I was like, yo, dude, what, speed it up, bro. You're taking too much time with my stuff.
Let's go. We need a sponsor. Comics Wellspring.
Yeah,
talk to us. Talk to us about
yeah,
sponsors.
I know.
We ready for
I just made another order with them just for re-upped for
just because
I have 2 conventions back to back. I needed to get extra inventory.
Yeah, no. They're good. They're a good company.
I like the quality. I like the quality.
They've taken the industry by storm. I'll say that because Kablam for a long time had the market cornered to a certain extent, and then they popped up and they started doing fulfillment. And I think that was a big move when they started doing fulfillment. That was big. That was huge.
Huge.
Yeah, huge. But yeah, no, that's get your meds. We're
talking
about banners and tables. Make sure you get yourself banners. Get out there and get yourself a banner.
Yeah, get yourself a banner.
Yes. Don't mess with banner.
You have to choose between a tablecloth and a banner. Get the banner first. So we're gonna run to commercial break, and when we come back, we're gonna be talking to our guest, Mr. Duane Moore, to talk about his campaign that's going on right now. And so there's a lot of reasons for you to subscribe to Catch the Craze podcast, but you don't want to hear it from us. Hear it from our previous guest.
It's Monty Moore. I'm a 30-year comics veteran in comics, games, and movies, and you've been watching one of my absolute favorite podcasts, Catch the Craze.
You are watching Catch the Craze.
What am I listening to?
And you're listening to Catch the Craze.
Where are all the indies at?
A Catch the Craze podcast. What are you watching?
I'm watching Catch the Craze.
What are you going to do?
Subscribe now to Catch the Craze, the #1 show online for independent.
Have you subscribed to?
You are an independent. Catch the Craze! Making moves on your own. Catch the Craze! On your grind in the streets. Catch the Craze! Join the movement. Catch the Craze!
What's up, Duane? Welcome to Catch the Craze podcast.
How's it going? Thanks.
Good. How you doing, Duane?
I'm doing good. All right, how you doing, man?
Good, brother. Good. Where are you streaming from? What's your
Austin, Texas.
Oh, look, Texas connection, baby. Yeah. So we were talking to another guest, the one that will be next week, and he said it's hot. And I guess that's the consensus.
Yeah.
It's hot in Texas right now.
It's a little warm down here. I had to cut the AC down a second ago. I put this hat on and started sweating inside the house.
So Duane,
Austin's a little cooler because you got more trees and all that stuff and more hills and not like Dallas is already flat.
I guess so. But Duane, for those who don't know who Duane Moore is, give us a quick intro. Give us a quick just tell us who you are.
Well, I'm Duane Moore. I've been collecting comic books pretty much all my life. And as the normal collectors, some point in time, a long time ago, I started creating characters and getting ideas and wanting to do more. And 2020, I was sitting at the house with technically nothing to do. I'd already created a board game. So I found out how to connect with artists, and I realized, all right, it's not as hard as, in the modern world, it's not as hard as it seemed. And so I found some quality artists, found some quality writers to help me out, and I put this book together.
Damn, dude, that's, it's funny. You said so many interesting things in that one statement, because you're absolutely right. Like, we start as collectors, right? As kids, we start collecting comics. We love what we're reading. But at some point, you decide, you know what? I want to write my own stuff. I want to create my own things. Have you always been, are you the writer mostly, or did you ever draw as a kid?
When I was a kid, I was an artist. I mean, I'm not saying I was a good artist, or I wasn't a great artist, but I was a good artist. I wasn't a great artist as a kid. Mm-hmm. So, and I wasn't that much into writing back then. So I used to start drawing it out. And I'm like, I'll figure out the writing part later. I'm just going to draw this, and I'm going to draw this. We're going to create this character. So I created like a whole bunch of characters. I drew quite a few of them. I still have the old sketches, and I don't draw as good now as I did then when I was in practice. So I wrote one of these stories. I created all the characters, but I wrote one of the stories. I started trying to write. I've been trying to write off and on, and I was kind of comfortable with it. And honestly, I have a girlfriend who tells me when she doesn't like things. So, I wrote something and showed it to her. Says, I like that. I'm like, okay. I still went ahead and hired 3 artists because there's 4 stories, and I'm like, all right, this one I've already put into a short story anyway. I'll just convert it to comic book format, and I did, and I liked it. She liked it, and I found the artist for that one, and plus the artist for the other ones. But like, I created all the stories and I plotted them all out, but until I actually finished the first one, I wasn't as confident trying to write them all myself because I believe in quality. I'm not going to give bad quality.
No, I hear you. And now you did mention a board game that you created. Yeah. Now, this was pre-2020, like you.
Yeah, I started on it. Man, I want to say like 2015, 2016. It actually, I want to say it actually kickstarted in 2020, right before everything changed.
Okay.
Yes, I'm pretty sure it was actually kickstarted in 2020, like right before everything locked down.
Right.
Yeah, because it fulfilled during that summer, surprisingly.
Okay. What's the board game about? Like what is it?
It's called Surviving the Game. It's a deck builder where you're like the best description would either be like the old movie Running Man or the new TV show. What is the name of that TV show on Netflix? You're fighting your way through a deadly obstacle course.
Okay. Squid Game?
Squid Games, that one, yeah. Neither Running Man may have influenced me some. To be honest, I have a comic book background. Probably like the Danger Room from the X-Men influenced me way more.
Yeah.
Because actually, I created I got part of the idea from my actual comic book stories.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it goes back to the comics. It always somehow goes back to the comics, right?
It's what I've been doing all my life.
Right. So then 2020 hits, and you're like you said, you're literally at home with nothing else going on, and you started to create this. And I like the tagline on your even on your Kickstarter. Let us take you on a journey into a universe that only resembles your own. Get introduced to our heroes, aliens, and creatures of myth. So you're not limiting this to just one book. You're trying to put together a whole universe, your own MCU, so to speak.
Right. Yeah, definitely.
So how many stories in this one universe right now? Not because I'm sure it's going to expand, but as of right now, what do you have? How many?
The first book has 4 different stories in it.
Okay.
They're kind of interwoven. Some of them aren't. I mean, at some point in time, they're in the same universe. They will touch each other.
Sure.
But at the moment, they're only kind of interwoven.
Right. And so why did you jump right into the universe rather than just maybe one story at a time? What made you say, you know what? Let's just do this. Let's go.
So the thing is, I feel like one of the problems with comic books failing, even if they're like, like Marvel or DC, is that you make this one comic book with this one character, and then not enough people like it. So with 4 different stories, 4 different types of characters, the goal is hopefully, all right, you pick it up for this character, and then after you read this character, you go ahead and read these other characters too, like, oh, that was interesting. Because it happens a lot. Like, there's a story you might like, but if you're not motivated to pick up the book that the character's in, you never know until you've actually read the story.
Right. Got it. Yeah. I'm looking through your page now. Yeah, these look, and I like that you named it 2020 the introduction.
Yeah.
So the story will not start at the beginning or the end, but 2020. This is the introduction. So tell us a little bit about like why that direction. When in creating, where it's like you're telling us because not the beginning, not the end. This is where it starts.
All right. So I mean, it's a universe. So there were things happening before 2020 in the universe. 2020 was a perfect time because not only was I sitting at home and it motivated me, characters have origins, and 2020 reflected the origin of one of my groups, Power Corps. Because honestly, I created Power Corps, I want to say 92, and it was literally like I created them right after the California riots. And not that, their book is going to be about stuff like that constantly, but their leader, his origin was tied to that type of thing. And where the comic actually starts, it starts after the group is retired and he's remembering what they went through. And because his story kind of started there, 2020 was perfect because it starts at him, like literally the first page is him watching the protests. of 2020. And I say he retired. He's waiting for his appeal to process. Not appeal. His pardon.
Okay.
He's a superhero and he's done some bad things and he's saved the world at least once. And the government has hired him and they're in the process of pardoning him. So he wants to go and interact with what's going on and help, but he can't because till his pardon is through, he's got only can sit and watch.
Gotcha. So now the way the book is set up, so you have 4 stories, right, in one book. So you have, I know you said The Origins of a Vampire Without a Past, a patriotic hero that has defended America since the Civil War. Baptist preacher is in this book. So you have a few. So now when we get the book, it's a graphic novel, right? It looks like it's a pretty thick book. The stories, do they begin to intertwine into each other now, or is that something that you save for later? How are you pacing it?
So you'll immediately see that Old Glory, the Civil War character, has a connection to Power Corps because he will be like on the news while the leader of Power Corps is watching the news, and they'll mention his name, and he'll like actually react to his name like he knows him.
Gotcha.
From his past. So he will interact. Actually, he's going to appear in, I think, Power Corps issue number 4.
Okay.
But it'll be a flashback because pretty much all of Power Corps will be flashing back to things that happened before they retired.
Okay.
And Baptist and Brand X won't actually interact as much with anything else in their first few issues. The Baptist origin will be 3 issues long, and Brand X will not actually be an origin. Brand X and Power Corps will be ongoing. DMD Origins with Old Glory. We'll do 3 stories about Old Glory. Then it'll move on, I'm quite sure, to the teen group called Power that will appear, or the young group called Power that will appear in the beginning of Power Corps.
Right.
And DM Dark Origins Baptist, after history, will go probably into the antagonist of the Power comic line.
Gotcha. Okay. And I see you have T-shirts, you have hats. I mean, there's a few things. There are a few things that are happening with the campaign itself. Sam's pulling it up right now. But this looks dope, man. I mean, how big is the book? Like, how big is this book that you're?
The plan is going to be 70 pages.
70 pages. This one. Okay,
yeah.
So 4 stories, 70 pages. And are these issue 1s inside these pages, or they're kind of like side stories? These are all issue 1s. Okay.
Yeah.
And any plans on doing them individually, like for cons and stuff like that, or no?
I contemplated that, but what I'm probably going to do is for after issue 3, I'll probably do a combined of the first 3 issues.
Gotcha.
Okay. And Brand X and Power Corps, going by their popularity, they may end up with their own standalone books, or I may end up doing more than one anthology at a time.
Okay.
Because I want to keep doing origin stories. And DM Dark Origins, it's going to be more closer to, I want to say horror, but not really horror. More disturbing stories. Okay. Not necessarily like bad disturbing, but like the Baptist story is going to get closer to more like a horror by the end of it. So, and DMD Origins will just pretty much just be origin stories of characters.
And listen, you weren't kidding about this artwork, man. This is
fantastic. I love the artwork on Old Glory.
Yeah.
Oh, that artist is amazing. I mean,
fantastic.
See, he's only got 3 more pages to draw before he's finished. Mm-hmm. Once he gets those 3, I'm gonna get him to the colorist. The colorist has colored everything but those last 3 pages.
Yeah.
I had to change artists on Power Corps because the first artist, I had issues. I couldn't get past the page 1 with him. So I had to find a new artist. And the artist that's doing Power Corps is amazing, but he got started a little later than everybody else. Okay. So he's still working to finish his pages. But all the artists are amazing in their own way.
Yeah. How did you find your talent?
I got started looking for talent when I was like creating my board game, and I used DeviantArt for that, and I pretty much swear by DeviantArt and PayPal.
Okay. That's it, huh?
You get to see the art beforehand to see what their quality level is. Once you see their quality level, and if you're PayPaling them, you know they're not going to rip you off because it's PayPal.
Right. Yeah, no, even these things, the characters.
Yeah, I love that. I mean, I love all the artists. I can't lie. I love all of them.
How do you go back and forth with the characters?
Right
I know you said you drew them.
That's my art.
Okay.
That's that's my original art for Power Corps.
Gotcha. And this was how long ago?
91, somewhere between. Oh, okay. Now, if I did it in 92, then it had to have been after 92.
Wow. Yeah.
So it was like 92, 93, probably.
That's cool, man, that you threw some of this stuff in there. Oh, yeah, 92, 93 when everything created.
Yeah, that scene right there with him sitting watching the monitors is pretty dope.
Yeah. I can't wait to get that to the colorist because his inks look amazing. And it's weird. Like you see him in,
It's almost photorealistic. Like that whole police scene right there at the bottom panel is pretty amazing.
Yeah, that one took my breath away.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite things. I'm not gonna lie about doing this is waking up to art in the morning.
Yeah.
Because they're sending me a page at a time to check it or whatever. And I remember when the writer wrote that and I'm going through and editing and stuff and I could see it, but it wasn't that powerful in my head.
Right. Damn, yeah, this looks amazing.
Yeah, I mean you can see the labor of love in the care for the pages when they're illustrating.
Jeez.
Yeah, you could just print it like this in black and white. I mean, it's just the lighting, everything's beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, even like the page you just passed, Sam, like the guy eating a burger just looks so like, stuff like that. Like it's awesome, man. This looks incredible, dude.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, really, really incredible stuff, man. So now, Duane, you don't write all of the stories. You're acting as the editor, I guess, in chief of it, or
yeah. So I wrote the DM Dark Origins Baptist story.
Okay.
I have an ongoing writer for Brand X at the moment.
Okay.
I decided when I realized that Power Corps was the best way to introduce everyone to the universe. Being that I created the universe and I'm the only person who really knows the universe, I realized I should probably write Power Corps. It just makes sense.
Okay. Yeah.
Because like I'm already the next issue of Power Corps, I plan on introducing like the premier group of superheroes, and I actually feel kind of like they are kind of like the Avengers are. It's like before the MCU, the people knew who the Avengers were, but they weren't the X-Men.
Right.
Now I've always been an Avengers fan, but now everybody knows who the Avengers are. So our premier group will be called the Renegades. They're not like going to be like super famous. They may not even get their own book, but they are in the universe. They are the main group of superheroes.
Got it.
But I'm gonna go back through Power Corps and introduce you to different parts of the universe.
That's awesome. Yeah, this looks incredible, man. Incredible. Now the show airs on the 19th. So on the 19th. You would have about 3 or 4 days to go, but I think you're gonna definitely make that goal, man. This looks incredible.
Yeah. How long's your trailer?
The trailer, I don't remember the time. Maybe 2 minutes.
Right. Let's play the trailer. Hold on, I'm gonna play it.
Yeah.
We don't want to sell you a comic book. We want to introduce you to our universe. Our universe, like the others you have visited, has many facets. Magic, gods, heroes, monsters, villains, and all the in-between. This is only the first venture. In introduction, we will present you with 4 stories. 2 groups of heroes, one on their first outing and another as they remember how they got started. A man who finds out that being all that he can be is more than he ever imagined. another that dreams of happy times before facing his current reality, and one who has lost himself in almost his life. Come join them on their journey and enjoy the introduction.
That's pretty much it.
That's dope.
Oops. Nice.
Man, that's awesome, man. That is awesome. That's quite the team you have there, brother. That is quite the team.
I didn't want to leave nobody out. Initially, like I had artists working on pages, like I need covers. So I just like hired artists just to do covers.
Yeah. Oh man, it's exciting. Yeah. So how excited are you about this project, man? Like to be able to say, hey, you know, in a few years, you know, I'm gonna have a few issues of all of this stuff.
I'm definitely excited. I actually just got to watching this thing about Milestone last night, and I like Milestone and everything, but I just watched this like thing about them and they're coming back or whatever, and they're talking about their excitement. Yeah, I'm definitely excited.
It motivates you, right? Yeah, no, good stuff, man. Good stuff. Are you gonna be at any shows like in Texas? I know Texas has a lot of shows. Are you gonna be doing any shows?
Actually, this Thursday I'm gonna be in San Antonio.
Okay.
I think it's called a Super. I'm not even sure what it's called.
Right.
It's got a long name. It's like a car show, Comic-Con.
Oh wow!
I mean, it's pretty big. The guy who plays Obi-Wan's gonna be there.
Wow! Damn, that is pretty. Jeez, that's
wow, that's awesome.
Yeah. Are you doing anything at the end of the month?
The end of I'm sorry. What was that?
The end of the month. Are you doing anything like at the end of August into September, like in that
not really. Okay. I wasn't as prepared as I should have been for like, you know, going to conventions and stuff.
Right, I got you.
And I like most of the tables and stuff were kind of sold. I meant to do one like a couple of weeks ago, but I couldn't because they didn't have any tables. Yeah. And then I had like two of them both this weekend. Like I can only pick one of them. We'll go to the big one.
Yeah. No, it's true, man. Hey, listen, I know that when Sam did the Fan Expo, it took him forever to just say yes or no. They didn't even know whether he was in or not. So,
yeah. They told me like 5 weeks before the show.
Right, yeah. Because a lot of people remember that things are opening up, so a lot of people are signing up to these things right away to get out there and start doing them. But yeah, no. Listen, once you're able to do them, you totally should, man. I think this is something that I think the fans, if you spoke to them and one-on-one interacted with them, they would just jump all over these books, man.
So I'm looking in the camera, my hat looks crooked.
So we've reached the point where we're going to give you the camera, and I want you to give us your elevator pitch. Why should people back DMD Double Comics Volume #1, and where can they find you on social media? So go for it.
Okay, so I'm hoping you're interested in checking us out. We have 4 different stories. All of them are interesting. We have a vampire that's just woken up. Without any memories, surrounded by other vampires. We have 4 stories. A group of superheroes. We're introducing you to a universe. If you pick it up, you'll get the first 4 stories of our universe. You can find us on Facebook at DM Double Comics. You can find us on Twitter and Instagram at the same places. We have a website, but we're still working on it right now. We haven't had a chance to do a lot with it. It's way more work than Facebook. So the best place to check on us is Facebook, DM Double Comics.
Awesome. Yeah. Hey, the more you do the podcast, the easier it gets with delivering your pitch. Don't worry about it. You put in a lot of heart and soul into your book. You can see the quality there. Again, guys, check it out. The link is in the summary. Go hit it up. There's 3 days left. It's going to be worth it. Go for it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but thank you, Duane, for coming on Catch the Craze.
Oh, thank you, man.
Yeah, man. Nice. And whenever you're ready to come back, you know, we'll chat some more and we'll talk some more about the comics, whatever.
Oh, definitely, man. I'm definitely gonna keep y'all on file.
You got it, brother. All right, you have a good evening, and again, much success to you and all your endeavors.
All right, thanks, man. You take care.
Later, bud. Sweet.
All right, so that was Duane Moore. Again, check it out. I mean, the quality is top notch.
Beautiful pages.
Beautiful. I mean, he's really put together a really top notch team. So again, guys, check it out. There's Kickstarter has become the new comic book store.
Yeah.
Right. That's basically what it is. It's become the new comic book store. And so as you're perusing through the aisles, check these out. These are the unsung heroes that you're not going to see them everywhere until they've built an audience, right? So everyone is trying to get their passion out there. Here's an opportunity to spotlight another indie creator and show some love. And again, you're getting something for your investment. So you're investing in a product, but you're getting some quality stuff for your investment. So go and check it out, guys.
Big time. Yeah. Remember, you have till Monday, August 22nd to make this campaign, reach its goal. I'm pretty sure by now it probably already did, but just make sure you go in there. Listen, they got some good stuff in here for $20. You can get a printed copy of it. It's 70 pages. It looks like it's full color. It's 4 stories.
Hey.
About 17 and a half pages each comic. So it's issues 1 of all of them. So this is a guy who's trying to create a universe, man, not just like one single comic.
That's an endeavor in its own.
That is an endeavor. That's a
lot of moving parts.
Yeah. Sometimes anthologies like this, can kind of like also tell the creator which book he should put his efforts into. Maybe that one isn't hidden. So let's just do that one. Let's do Power Course right now because Baptist didn't really do so well. So, and the feedback is important. The feedback is important. When you get these books, it's very important that you give the
which is hard. It's hard to get the feedback because on Kickstarter, it's like they don't want to be seen. They just want to buy the book, go on with their business, and they don't want to be seen. So it's hard. I think you start getting feedback when you start building a reputation. When they see you consistently, when they're coming back for those consecutive issues, that's when you'll start seeing it. And sometimes the feedback is just the fact that they keep coming back.
Yeah. No, and listen, yeah, exactly. The feedback's that, or also just posting pictures on social media saying that you received the book. I was fortunate enough that, and big shout out to Duane, who posted my book. He's got Animation Entertainment comics, and he posted that he got my book, and one of his somebody that was following him reached out to me and said, yo, this looks great, how can I get it? I gave him my website and he purchased the book. So like that's how it happens. It happens like that. So you don't realize how important those just posting a picture of it is to another indie, because somebody that person may be following sees it and then wants to support it just because of what they saw, which is why we support each other, which is why whenever I get a book, I try to post a picture of it. Somebody who bought who pledged to the campaign had that cover with the Amazing Spider-Man 300 cover, that vintage, that cover, and it looks great. Like they make it look so. He made it look so. I was like, wow, this cover looks actually really nice.
Yeah.
So it helps. All that stuff helps. So whenever you guys pledge to a campaign, post it, talk about it. Give us the feedback. Let us know what you think. Good or bad. It helps. It helps.
Yeah, so, it helps. I mean, it's hard to get it, but when you do get it, a relish. I know that every campaign that I've backed, whenever I receive the book, I go on social media, I post that I received the book, and I tagged the creator, just to let them know. And it's helping my audience get to know that creator as well. Because when you take, I was talking to my wife, engagement is very difficult, whether it's on social media and everything else. I think it was there was a guy on social media. He has 10,000 followers on his Instagram, but he only has like 20 likes on his posts, right?
Yeah.
And so engagement is hard. So I'm always dumbfounded by the fact that you took the time to follow because you were interested in somebody in something that they posted, and you said, I'm going to follow this, but then you never engaged. And I think it's hard, because you don't know what's going to be the one that attracts, and then when you do get that engagement, you want to react to it. Make sure you acknowledge the person. Thank you for taking the time to place in this comment. So they know that you've seen them. and you read the comment. So it's hard, and it's a balancing act. I mean, I'm never going to master the art of social media because it requires a lot of dedication and time. There are people who dedicate morning, noon, and night to just going on there and engaging and posting and talking and chatting and all that. I got to create, so it's got to be a balancing act. But, again, we do the show because we want to spotlight the other indie creators out there in the market. Again, we are the Indie Creators Podcast. So here was another creator. Go check it out. The link is in the summary. Give it a shot. You won't be disappointed. Give it a shot.
Big time.
Yeah.
And next week we're gonna have Mr. Paul Gomez on the show next week.
Yeah,
so make sure you tune into that.
Another crowdfunding campaign. He's gonna be down to the last week. And so we had a great conversation with him. And so you check out that episode right after. And again, so the crowdfunding space has become the indie creators playground. Now it's just about getting people to know that they're there on the playground. It's like the worst thing you do is you're in a sandbox and nobody's playing with you. So, let's build a sandcastle together and let's have some fun. And if you haven't done so already, again, as a reminder, sign up for the launch of Designated in My Toilet, launching on September 20th on Kickstarter. Again, if you sign up and you let me know you sign up and you send me an email, I'll send you this digital print of Duty's Monsters on Planet Cthulhu. And if you physically back the campaign when we launch, you'll get the physical print added to your box for free. So again, a lot of incentives to do so. The launch party is on the 20th, so join us then. And this is another great episode. And with that said, don't forget, if you haven't done so already, subscribe, like, share, tell your friend. This is the home of the indie creators. You want to learn about some really talented people out there in the market, some great stories. This is the place to be. So I'm Sam the Crazy Man Vera.
George the Dreamer Medina.
And we are out.
It's just it's not.
Acquiesce. No, I was talking about my friend Acquiesce. I met him. Say my name, right?
This is what you were thinking? Oh,
he described me. He said, I'm the
what? Catch the Craze. You're listening to Catch the Craze. You're listening to Catch the Craze. You are listening to Catch the Craze on Catch the Craze. You're listening to Catch the Craze.